All right, guys, top of the day. Happy February 5th. I am coming to you alive. I'm feeling excited and I'm grateful for this opportunity to share this space with each of you. If you're a guest to Keep It Moving group coaching, please throw a hand up, an emoji, do something so I can see your reaction. If you're a guest to Keep It Moving, meaning that you're not a team member, that you're here because you saw it on social or somebody invited you. Thank you for being here. And if you've never been to Keep It Moving, this is all about moving it forward towards our dreams, our goals, our vision. We have guest speakers like Glennda Baker. We share our insights. We get vulnerable. We have tough conversations. But this group is all about movement in our life, business, health, and relationships. So I'm super stoked that each of you are here today. Now, what I am going to do is I'm going to do something that we do every single session. I'm going to have somebody bring us out on the field. Now, this person sets the tone, sets the sentiment for the meeting, and there is no pressure at all involved with this. So I'm going to go over to Blessing. Now, Blessing, we did not prepare this. As always, this is always on the fly. So, Blessing, I'm going to have you take us out on the field on this beautiful, beautiful Wednesday morning. So share your thoughts and your sentiment with the group. Let's go.
What a wonderful day to be alive, to be with everyone. It is, oh, I love Keep It Moving, but when we have a guest speaker that can just bring some knowledge, you can't help but wake up with a little bit more pep in your step. And each and every day that we do get to wake up, it is a gift. And when you have a gift, let's cherish it. Let's get out there. Let's be bold. And today is one of those days where we have the fabulous opportunity to be students of the life that we all want to live. We are here because we have some big goals. None of us wants to play small. So open hearts, open minds, with all of the energy, with just so much enthusiasm. Let's just get after today with the fire that you've never had and set the tone for a completely different life.
I mean, beautiful, well said. That's why I love to keep these sessions super organic, and I appreciate that sentiment, Blessing. I want to tell you all a story. So I had known Glennda just from social media. Now, raise your hand if you have watched any of Glennda's videos from the last 5 years. Just raise your hand if you've ever seen her face on video. Maybe you've heard her speak at an event, and you know, good. That's why we're all here. I had an opportunity to do a keynote with Kenny in Arizona, and on the roster was Glennda Baker. And I felt like I was like seeing a celebrity, right? This was early in our journey as growing the company. This was had to have been 3-4 years ago almost. And so I purposely got a shirt that had a star on it, and I wanted to show her that I was rocking with the stars, and like I was super excited just to meet her. And then we formed a relationship and a friendship over the years, and I get to see her at events, and she always gives me some really, really good insight. We stop, we have a quick moment, we have a conversation. And so, Glennda, we're excited because not only is Team Fast the team that is known for creating content, and I can look around the room and see tons and tons of people on this call that have built a sustainable business, and a lot of that business comes from their visibility on social media. I think that it's important to have you on this call, but also more importantly, and you talk a lot about this, is how do we take these people from these beautiful platforms and how do we put them into our CRM? How do we put them in our newsletter so they don't just live there in case something happens, like the fear that we had of TikTok going away and all things? And so, Glennda, I'm really excited to be here, to be a student myself, to have you here as a guest. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm welcome to Miss Glennda Baker, the one and only Oh My Stars. Let's get some emojis on the screen. Let's get some stuff in the chat. And I'm going to turn the mic over to my Southern friend, Glennda Baker. Let's go. Let's roll.
Elias, thank you so much. I am excited to be here. I'm going to start with a couple of things. The first thing I say to myself every single day is my name is Glennda Baker. Only amazing things happen to me. My name is Glennda Baker. I am a woman of action, and my name is Glennda Baker. Everybody is going to know my name. And I start that out the first thing as soon as I open my eyes, and I say it all day long, because I think that positive self-talk is so critical to your mindset. And then I want to talk a little bit about how you convert from people that don't know you, but only know of you. We're going to talk a little bit about that. And then I want to talk about how to really kind of keep these people alive and well and connected to you. I think that if we have learned anything with 870,000 followers on TikTok, I think that one place that I have failed, and I've failed in many, but the place that I failed the most, that I feel the most, is that I don't have the contact information for those 870,000 people. And that sucks. So let me tell you a little bit about the Kardashian Jenner brand and Taylor Swift. Kardashian Jenner combined have over 1.5 billion followers. So all of them combined have over 1.5 billion followers. They have 71% of those followers' email address. Okay. So if Instagram, if TikTok, if Facebook, if YouTube, if everything gets captured by the zombie apocalypse, they have their email address, they own their audience. Okay. That is what I want you to hear from me today, that owning your audience is better than, if you own your audience of 10,000 people, it is 1,000 times better than my 870,000 followers, because I don't have 10,000 email addresses from them. You see in many, many posts right now, you see people putting comment house for this, comment closet for this, comment, what happens during an inspection, comment inspection. You see a lot of people using that in their posting. And I have not effectively used that. We're moving towards that. But every time you do that, you get somebody's email address. You want their email address so you can own your audience. That is critical. Number one. Number two, conversion happens in conversation, and conversation happens in those comments. So that's why it's critical to get that engagement into the comments, into your DMs. And that's why it's critical to comment buyer for the 5 mistakes that most first-time home buyers make. So that doesn't even have to be a video. You can literally make a post and say, what do you want to know, what the 5 mistakes that most first-time home buyers make before they ever even get to contract? Comment buyer below. That'll get you those email addresses. So I want you to own your audience. I want you to be engaged in the conversation, and I want you to make the damn video. Okay. So my name is Glennda Baker. I'm a real estate agent in Atlanta, Georgia. About 4 years ago, I started making videos on TikTok and Instagram intentionally. In fact, 5 years ago in 2020, I had 2,300 followers on Instagram, and I thought I was living large. Today, I have 315,000. 5 years later. Instagram is where people, okay, so TikTok, they have no idea. They don't know me from Adam's house cat. Okay. Those are people that I don't know, that had no relationship with me prior to. Instagram is people who know of me, and Facebook is where people actually know me, supposedly. Okay. So what I want to encourage you, and everybody's like, well, Glennda, what platform should I use? What platform should I use? It's not what platform you should use. It's what platform is your audience on? What platform are they using? Platform of choice is my big phrase for 2025. And Elias is going to say, Glennda, where can people find you? Okay, I have trained Google, hashtag Google Glennda. You can go to Google and put in Glennda, Glennda. Literally, I own the first 10 pages. You won't find anything else. Whatever is your platform of choice, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok, you will find all of my contact information there. Go follow me. I want you to follow me where you're going to engage with me. If you aren't on TikTok and I say, oh, everybody go follow me on TikTok. If you're not on TikTok, you're not going to follow me, right? So it's your platform of choice. Your audience's platform of choice is where you want to show up. Now, used to, I would say, oh, don't post the same video on TikTok that you did on Instagram. Bullshit. Post the video. Post it across every single thing because it's a different audience. The people who don't know you, the people who know of you, the people who are your friends, right? And y'all, you think the people on TikTok are savage? The people on Facebook, they are just savage in the comments. They are not afraid to post. If you live in an area that has a Karen or a Chad, oh my God, they're posting on Facebook like nobody's business. Okay. Now, Elias, hello. Are
Yeah,
you happy so far?
totally. I was just thinking about everyone's a medical professional on Facebook. Pretty
Okay.
key.
So, what are you going to post? What would you tell your best friend? What would you tell your best client? What would you tell your therapist about real estate? What would you tell your best friend? What would you tell your best client? What would you tell your therapist about real estate? Those are your three buckets about real estate. Oh, but Glennda, I don't want to post my kids. I don't want to post anything personal. I'm just looking to do real estate. Okay, that's fine. No problem. You are a one-dimensional person. I hope you're prepared for that. Oh, but I'm not comfortable posting my personal life. Okay. Well, Elias, he's a beefcake. Do you not think that he's going to like post stuff about the gym or working out or eating healthy? He doesn't have any hair. He's damn sure not going to post any hair products. So you've got to figure out other layers of yourself that you can connect with people. The tennis video, people are like, I almost didn't post the tennis video. I thought I looked petty. It was a little bit chopped up. It didn't really get the story out there completely. I looked, I just didn't, I wasn't sure about that. I've gotten more country club listings from the tennis video than I ever got from a real estate video. I talk about my little grandsons. I go into the school the other day for the holiday party. And no lie, before I leave, the kindergarten teacher says, I had glitter. I had no idea that you were Glennda Baker from TikTok. Can we take a selfie? Do you not think that Miss Cook is going to buy a house from me? She's going to buy a house from me all day, every day, and twice on Sunday. So you go ahead and only post about real estate because I'll be selling those people a house that you don't. It's just that simple. Well, Glennda, I'm not really good at video. I don't have the money to get a videographer. Listen to me now. If you think that you don't have the money to get a videographer, you don't have any equipment, you don't know what to do, there's this thing, it's called a mount. You put it on the windshield of your car. You sit in your car and you do the videos. You don't have to have any lighting and you can do it from your phone. No lie. No lie. You can literally be talks from the Tesla, tips from the Tesla, talks from the Tahoe, real estate from the Rover, news from the Nissan, posts from the Porsche, moves with Michelle. I mean, come on, big ass houses with blessing. I mean, you've got 8,000 alliterations that you can do from your car. Well, Glennda, I don't have anything to talk about. Well, you're a real estate agent. You have tons of stuff to talk about. You just think you don't have anything to talk about because you think everybody already knows it. Okay. So again, what would you tell your best friend? What would you tell your best client? What would you tell your therapist? Tell us the behind the scenes. Tell people, how much is the earnest money deposit? I don't know how much the earnest money deposit is where you are. Do you know that the earnest money deposit in New York is like 10%? Get the fuck out. Seriously, 10%? In Atlanta, it's 1. It's 1%. I just put a $350,000 house. Oh, I didn't know she sold $350,000 houses. I sell anything and everything. You got something to sell in Atlanta, Georgia? I can sell it. 350 to 3 million and everything in between. I put a $350,000 house under contract. It goes under contract for 345. The earnest money is $3,450. How much is the earnest money deposit? When is the earnest money deposit in jeopardy? When is it collected? When is it deposited? How does somebody lose it? Oh, well, Glennda, I've never sold a house. Okay. Well, go to your escrow company, go to your title company, go to your lender. How many times, when do people lose their earnest money? Ask those people, when do people lose their earnest money most often? You think that you don't have anything to talk about? You have everything to talk about. So, Elias, let me take a breath. Do you have any questions?
Let's take a quick, Ophi, you raised your hand. Was that, and I want these questions to be rapid fire because we have some really, really good momentum right now. So if it's something we need to table till later, we'll table it. Ophelia, you had your hand up. Was that a hand or was that just a reaction from earlier?
As a reaction from earlier, but this is
Okay.
fun.
But on that thread, in that vein, Ophelia has done a really good job of doing talks from her Tesla, and the imagery is really good. She sounds great, and that's been part of her brand and how she's built on social. Kelly Hooker, let's go rapid fire with you. What's your question?
Okay, real quick, because I was thinking about this morning. I have a swim school, and this morning I started posting stuff about my swim school. Do you think it's a bad thing to post stuff about that on my page, or is that a layer that's okay?
It's a layer. People who swim buy houses.
Yeah, that's okay. Just that's
And
it.
they may buy houses that have a swimming pool.
Right.
And if the swim school is what's your first name?
I'm Kelly.
Kelly. Okay.
It's Mermaid Swim School.
So the thing about it is Kelly, if the swim school is a big part of your life, swimming is a big part of your life, then maybe one of your weekly posts is swimming pools on Saturday.
Okay, cool.
Like you want to bring people in by other layers of your personality. It just gives them more ability to connect with you. It's that simple.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love what you said. If you want to be one-dimensional, that's okay. That's your
Yeah,
problem.
there's no right or wrong way. I was on a call this morning, and my friend Andy C, who's in Saratoga, California, sit down. He sends like 200,000 pieces of mail a month, a month, a month. Like, I mean, he only did $12 million last year. There's more than one way to skin a cat. And so that's the thing is like, if you want a playbook on how to do expireds or for sale by owners or videos or, video from your car, short form, long form, there's a playbook on how to do it. You have no reason to fail at real estate. It's literally there's a book written about any way you want to do it. All right. Are we keeping on?
Yeah, let's get a temperature check. You guys gonna get some emojis on the screen. How we doing so far?
Everybody's happy as a pig in a puddle?
Happy as a pig in a puddle. Let's roll.
Okay, I love it. I love it. All right, so let's talk a little bit about what makes my head spin around and snot fly out of my nose. If you posted just listed and just sold, and that's your social media presence, I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm going to hunt you down like a hound dog and slap you because you left out the most important part, the drama, the trauma, and the story. Why are you doing once upon a time and the end and not doing the drama, the trauma, and the story? That's where people fall in love. Every single video that you make should be like a Taylor Swift song. It should talk about the drama. What was the drama, the trauma, and the story? My client bought a car in between contract and closing and disqualified himself for the loan. That's your hook. My client bought a car and disqualified himself from the loan. My name is Glennda Baker. I'm a real estate agent in Atlanta, Georgia, and I talk to people about how to buy, sell, and invest in real estate. And my client, Bobby, bought a car in between contract and closing. It changed his debt to income ratio significantly enough that it disqualified him from buying the home of his dreams. And on top of that, he did it after the financing contingency ended. They didn't find it till they did a soft pull the day before closing, and he lost his earnest money. There's you a video right there. Literally, the drama, the trauma of the story. Oh, but Glennda, you didn't talk about where you were the hero. I'm not the hero. This is a cautionary tale. Don't do shit like that if you want to buy a house. It's that simple. And people are like, oh, but Glennda, I'm not really like that. I don't really want to do that. Bobby might not like it that I talked about him. Don't use Bobby's name. Everybody in my story is Bobby and Susie. Every house that I sell is 123 Banana Street. Lucy, the listing agent, Sally, or Betty, the buyer's agent. Literally everybody has a name. In fact, I own 123bananastreet.com. Like literally everybody associates 123 Banana Street with me. Homes.com stole it from me and they still don't own it. Nobody thinks about homes.com and 123 Banana Street. They think about Glennda Baker. Oh, my stars and stripes. They don't think about Reese Witherspoon. They think about me. That is the thing. You want to have your own dialect, your own conversation, your own things that you say that your people recognize. I wear stars. Okay. That's my thing. I wear stars. I want to make sure that you are doing something that you can recognize. Tips from the Tesla, talks from the Tesla. You're always in your Tesla. You're always talking about this. You want to arrive unknown and you want to leave unforgettable. Every single video that you make, what is your goal with that video? My goal is to inspire, impact, and inform people. Period. Bottom line. How do I want to do that? I want to do it by being real, relatable, relevant, and reliable. So what do I want to do? I want to inspire, impact, and inform. And how do I want to do it? By being real, reliable, relevant, and relatable. Period. That is my goal with video. So what is your goal with video? What do you want to do with it? Do you want to entertain people? Well, if that's what you want to do, you might want to shake your ass if that's what works for you. That's not what works for me. I don't have any dance moves. So figure out are you trying to entertain them? Are you trying to educate them? Are you trying to get them to take action? And then on top of that, when somebody calls you and says, "Hey, Kelly, this is Bobby. I'm calling you about 123 Banana Street. I drove by Bobby. It's great to hear from you. Thanks so much for calling me. Let me just ask you a question. What was it that triggered your phone call to me today?" If you're not asking that question, how are you pinpointing your effort? How are you pinpointing your resources? How are you forensically dissecting your business, your time, your energy, your attention? If you don't ask, what was it that triggered your phone call to me today? Well, Glennda, I saw this video on how you sold the wrong house, and I figured lightning doesn't strike twice. I better call you. So literally I follow you on TikTok. Oh, my stars and stripes. That's awesome. You follow me on TikTok. Yes. I love your videos. Oh, my stars and stripes. Which one is your favorite? Don't be afraid to go deep. Oh, well, I passed by your sign. I live in, Cottonwood Estates. Oh, you passed by my sign at 123 Banana Street every day on my way to work. On my way home from work, I figure you own the neighborhood. You want to understand why they're calling you so you can double and triple down on those efforts. Is it video? Was it a particular video? Was it a sign? Was it a mailer? Where are your efforts being successful? And then conversation and comments. You don't need 1 million followers to get into the comments. Don't post and ghost. Don't pretend like you're on Tinder. Oh, you look beautiful in that top. And then you never, ever follow up and close the deal. What the hell? Like, why did you even send the message? Why did you post the video if you are not going to respond to the comments? Huh? Like, what's the purpose of that? So somebody says, "Oh, well, real estate agents suck. I hate real estate agents. You don't need a real estate agent." Obviously, you had a bad real estate agent. I hate to hear that. Let me ask you a question. What was it that made you feel like that you didn't need a real estate agent? Oh, but Glennda, I don't want to get into the negative comments. The drama, the trauma, and the story. And don't be afraid to talk about when you failed. One of my most successful videos, not by views, but by triggered action, is when I told the guy I sat down with them and I said, "Hey there, how's it going? I'm going into my listing presentation. Thank you so much for calling me. I'm excited to sit down and chat with you a little bit about your house. Kind of tell me what your goals are. How can I help you? What are your expectations of a real estate agent? Oh, by the way, how much do you think your home is worth?" I have no idea. Oh, my stars and stripes, Mr. Seller. Do you know that I've sat down with 152 sellers in the last 18 months and not one single person has told me they had no idea what the price of their home is, what the value of their home is? Yep, don't have any idea. Senior vice president with Home Depot. No idea what his house is worth. Wow, Mr. Seller, I think your house is worth $1,350,000. Really? Because my house is worth $1,650,000. You can leave now. Oh, so you did have an idea of the value of your home. You just didn't want to tell me because you wanted to know what I thought. I told you could leave now. Literally, the guy throws me out. Doesn't even walk me to the door. Picks up his phone, gets on his phone. His wife has to deal with me. Puts me out. That guy lists this house with somebody else. I did not get the listing. I never got the listing. He listed that house with somebody else for $1,650,000. You know what that shit sold for? $1,200,000. That guy is a case study. He's a case study on TikTok. He's a case study on Instagram. He's a case study in my listing presentation. Why is that? Because I want people to understand that if they don't listen to me, they're going to fail miserably. So don't be afraid to talk about the failures. Don't be afraid to be bold. Ooh, Glennda, somebody might not like that. You might upset somebody. Those are not my people. It's just that simple. Like, I'm here for attraction marketing. I'm putting myself out. Remember, I'm real, I'm relatable, I'm reliable, and I'm relevant. I'm putting myself out there so that people that are like me and people that like people like me are attracted to me. That is what I am looking for. So in my head, the way that I kind of roll attracts the people to me. Now, the priest probably at the Catholic Church isn't going to be one of my clients because I say bad words and I say bad words in my video. But you'd be surprised at the people at the church that know me. I'm big at the church. So don't be afraid and don't think that somebody's not going to use you because of this, that, or the other. What you want to do is you want to put out information that people are going to bite into. That happens in the comments. Figure out what it is that they are biting into it and do more of it. And when you are in the comments, remember, conversion happens in conversation and conversation happens in the comments. If you're not in the comments, don't expect to get any business. But you know what will happen? Some other real estate agent will get in your comments and get that client, because that shit's happened to me. I had a real estate agent comment on, it's my video on my page, and a person, a consumer comments. I don't comment. She comments and she ends up with that damn listing. So if you're not going to do it, I promise you somebody will. And I want you to realize, I want you to take this to the bank. And if this doesn't motivate you to take action, nothing will. Somebody who is not nearly as good of a real estate agent is making a video that's triggering somebody to pick up the phone and do business with them. And they're not nearly as good as you. If nothing else, you are here to save the consumer from a 3-star real estate experience. All right, Elias, tell me where you want to go from here.
Listen, I resonate with that so much, because there's somebody out there right now posting a shitty video because they just had the courage to post something that wasn't that good, but they said, you know what, it doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to be consistent. And they're capturing market share. But what you're doing is you're sitting and you're getting in your own way about, oh, I'm not good on social. No, I'm not going to post. When literally you could post a video and it could turn into 20 G's, especially in our market. And you say you want to make money. You say you want to take your family on trips. You say you want to have financial freedom, but you block yourself, and then somebody else that has less talent, that is less motivated, but has a little bit more courage than you is creating that video, and they're taking market share. You guys, if that doesn't land for you, I don't know what does.
And it's not about virality and vanity. You're sitting over there thinking you've got to have 1 million followers. Oh, but Glenda, I only have 122 followers. It's not about the number of followers. It's not about going viral. You do not need to go viral. You don't need to fall down the stairs and not have on your underwear and post that on TikTok. And that is your video. That's not what you're doing. You're not here about virality and vanity. You're here to provide value and create visibility for you and your brand. That is the purpose of video. Video is not about going viral. I mean, okay. And I'm not throwing a stone. I won't listen to me. I am not throwing a stone. There is a video that a real estate agent has done and it has gone viral. She was on the news. I mean, it's everywhere. And where would I play hide and seek at 123 Banana Street? If I were going to play hide and seek at 123 Banana Street, this is where I would hide, not under the sofa, behind the curtain. Okay. I get the ASLR. I totally get all of that. And I think it's a great idea and it's gotten her tons of visibility. But what value did you bring to 123 Banana Street? Because unless you're 5 years old, you're not playing hide and seek. And you're like, oh, but Glenda, she got all these views, but she hadn't sold the fucking house. Like, what are you trying to do? Oh, and this is the thing, is how does her seller feel about that? So what you need to understand is who is the ultimate buyer? If the ultimate buyer for that house is somebody who has 3 kids and 2 dogs, then maybe that video works. Figure out what is working for your audience, what is triggering them to take action without a call to action. If you can figure out what causes somebody to take action without a call to action, you have literally hacked the code of success. When people think about you, they should think about you synonymously with real estate. My client who needs a carpet cleaner, my client who needs a personal injury attorney, they're not just calling me for real estate, but they're always calling me for real estate because they're always calling me for everything else. That you want to be their connection to life. Now, I'm just going to tell you, the most asked question I get is, Glenda, how do you come up with the ideas? I come up with the ideas by consuming content. I come up with ideas from my everyday life. Okay. But how do you catalog them? Where do you do them? Where do you write them? And this is it. Sit down. This is just really, really difficult. Now, I'm just going to tell you right now, if you're a notification hater, close your eyes. If you're OCD about the red bubble thing, you don't want to see this. Don't be a hater. Because yes, there are 10,851 unread text messages. Okay. But on the front screen of my phone is video ideas. Do you see that? Video ideas. It's a Google form, y'all. It's a Google form. It's not brain surgery here. Video ideas. Do you see that? See it? Elias, I'm going to text it to you so you'll have the link. Okay, honey? All right. So what was the idea? What was the link, reference, or source to the idea? And what is the note or caption summary of the idea? What do you want to say about this video? Put it into a Google form. Guess what? Open it up. Responses is a Google sheet. You got a great hair day. You're feeling invincible. You're feeling unstoppable. Shoot 5 videos from your sheet, whatever day that is. Then you're not having to come up with an idea on Wednesday about what you're going to post. Okay. So put it in your Google form, open it up, open up your laptop, go down your Google sheet, shoot 5 videos. I shoot, and I've been doing this 4 years. I can shoot 30 or 40 videos in 4 hours. Okay. And everything is in a Google sheet. Anything that's time sensitive is a live video. Anything that is behind the scenes is a story. And anything that is a topic that I can go deep on is an idea that I put into my sheet, and I shoot it when I sit down and shoot my batch of videos. So there you go. Are you guys happy as a pig in a puddle?
Pig in a puddle right now. I'm a pig in a puddle.
I love it. All right. So what questions do we have? Anything else you want me to go over, Elias, or have I hit everything that you wanted?
No, I personally think, and I'll let the group speak for themselves, but I personally think that we've hit everything that we need to hit. You said something, and you said a lot of things, but was it real, relatable? What were the other two R's?
Reliable and relevant. Real, relatable, reliable, and relevant. So that is like my umbrella.
Hmm.
So every video that I shoot is real, relatable, reliable, or relevant. One of those four things. Okay. If it's all those things, praise the Lord and pass the money. And so, but that's the umbrella under which my content is created.
Hmm. I absolutely love this. I heard this a couple weeks back, and it really brings the conversation full circle about our authority score. Now, I'd never heard what authority score was, but you have to look at what you're doing on social media, the impact that you have on your consumers and your audience, and you have to say, where is my authority score? Well, how do I raise the authority score? I raise my authority score by providing even more value to my consumers about what that journey looks like for them, the good, the bad, and the indifferent. Also being able to share who I am as a real person, because at the end of the day, your real estate stuff, and if it's only real estate stuff, that's boring. Because I love when she opened up, said, if you want to be one-dimensional, be one-dimensional. Raise your hand if you consider yourself a one-dimensional person. Nobody's hand should go up, because you guys are all these beautiful, multifaceted people that like and love all kinds of different things. And real estate just happens to be a fraction of what you actually do, but not who you are as a person. And so I absolutely love this, being able to just share, raise your authority score, and be able to really give people value. And I'm really resonating with this conversation. So here's what I want to do. I want to open it up to you guys. We have close to 100 people on this call today. I want you to throw your hand up, but I'm not going to call on you if you just do this. I want you to use the reaction button down below that says raise hand. So you see the react has a little heart on it. Use the raise the hand. If you just go like this or do the hand clap like this in the top left, it will go away and I will not get to that question. So let's go around the room and let's go rapid fire with your questions, thoughts, contributions. And here's my hope and here's my intention. My intention and my hope is when you get off of this call today, before the sun goes down, whatever market that you serve across the United States of America, that you create one video. One video. If you're not inspired by today, then Glennda and I have not done our job to pour value into you. It's one thing about being inspired and taking a bunch of notes and be like, oh, that was fire. Ooh, Glennda, you spoke right to my fucking soul. Well, then show her and show me your receipts. The receipts is, I'm going to take this great information that she just poured into us, and I'm going to go create a piece of content for my audience. That's showing us that this time was worth it. Ashley G, you're up first. Let's go.
Good morning. So much fire on this call. Thank you so much. You spoke about alliteration a lot, and I make a lot of content, but I don't do alliteration. So how important is that? And would you stick with one catchphrase, or would you like do one for Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, like Talks in the Tesla for Tuesdays? What's your thoughts on that? I haven't put much thought into that.
Well, I'm just telling you right now, if my name were Ashley, every single thing that I did would be advice from Ashley. Like literally it would be hashtag advice from Ashley. Like every single thing that you post, I would post advice from Ashley. And literally you could do it. I mean, if you had an Audi, it would be amazing. But you know, I love alliterations, and alliterations are catchy. They get people, they jog their memory. Why do companies have jingles? And now the jingle of 2025 is a hashtag. And so, I mean, think about G. G sucks. I mean, that is a tough letter to do alliterations with. So like literally, like if your name is Kelly, keeping it real with Kelly, like I can come up with anything, but I want you to use that hashtag. And the reason I want you to use the hashtag is I want you to train your audience to hashtag advice from Ashley. And then that way you can see the influence and the impact that you're having across your social media. So I always put hashtag Glennda Baker, hashtag Google Glennda. Somebody said to me, Glennda, it's so stupid that you do hashtag Atlanta real estate. Nobody's even like, you're never ever going to like, nobody's going to find you in that. I don't know. You search Atlanta real estate on TikTok and see how many times I come up. Every video that I post, hashtag real estate, hashtag Atlanta real estate, hashtag Glennda Baker, hashtag your name so you can see the impact that you're having. And then come up with an alliteration that works for you and your brand. Advice from Ashley.
Awesome. You guys will be seeing this today. You guys will be seeing this today.
Ooh, I
No
love
charge
it.
for that tip, Ashley.
All right, let's keep rolling on. Let's go. Blessing, then Jess Bling, you'll be on deck, and then Demian, and you guys feel free to throw your hands up. We do have a little bit of time, so I want to get your guys' thoughts, contributions, and questions answered. Blessing, let's go.
And you did not disappoint in any way, Glenda. I think that this has just been, it's in such alignment with everything that we've been talking about, not only here, but in intensity and a lot of the accountability groups. So first and foremost, thank you. I do remember the video about selling the wrong house. And I know that you put yourself out there with, like you said, the real vulnerability. I guess my question is, when you put yourself out there, obviously there's a little bit of, uncomfortableness about, being so real, but what's been the biggest benefit from continuing to tell the real ugly parts about the business? What have you taken away from that?
You have the ability to curate the narrative. If you're not telling the mistakes you made, if you're not telling the pitfalls and downfalls that you see firsthand, front row as a real estate agent, do you understand? You're literally allowing someone else to curate the narrative of your business. Like, I would much rather tell the story about selling the wrong house than have some real estate agent that doesn't know the true story talk shit about it. Like, and when I posted that video, no lie, I bet you I had 5 of the top brokers, not agents that are brokers. I'm talking about the top brokers that like run companies. You need to take that down. It makes you look stupid. I'm telling you right now, arrive unknown and leave unforgettable. You want to leave unforgettable, sell the wrong damn house. And that's the thing. But Glennda, do you want to be unforgettable that you made a mistake? Let me tell you, scripted reality and post for perfection is absolute bullshit. Nobody is looking for that. Nobody falls in love with perfection. They don't believe that it exists, and they don't believe that it exists for them. The more real that you are, the more relatable you are to the everyday person. I don't know about you, Blessing. You may be selling $50 million houses or $250 million penthouses. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. That's not what I sell. And so when I'm real, I made $137,000 and I pissed it all away. Like when that once upon a time I sold a big ass house has over 1 billion views. That's a number from TikTok. That's not a number from me. Across all the people that have shared, that video has been shared over 80,000 times. So that's what I'm saying is like, you have the ability to curate the narrative of your mistakes and your successes.
Wow. Arrive unknown, leave unforgettable.
Absolutely. Do you know what? This is so funny. Oh, is everybody with the same company?
For the most part, we're all with the same. Most of the people on this call are fast real estate agents. We're brokered by EXP, but we do have some additional guests here. But most of the
Can I tell a story?
No. Yeah, of course you can take.
Oh my God, y'all are going to die. Okay, so there's this guy, Leo. He's the CEO of your company.
Yeah.
And so I sit down with him, and I'm in New York, and I sit down with him. He's never met me. Of course, he has no idea that I was married to a Colombian, and I've never met a Latino that didn't love me, but I digress. So we're talking about, my last name is Baker. I give these gifts that are edible, cupcakes, but for closing, I do these closing cakes. And I'm telling him this story about that I give this cake, has a picture of the house, and it has a picture of me with my too late sign. I say too late instead of sold. So I have this picture of me with the house, and my sign says too late. And he's like, oh, that's really interesting. I said, well, the most interesting thing is that I'm sweet and edible. And literally, I mean, he is rendered speechless. And I looked at him and I said to him, I said, I bet on you didn't have on your bingo card for New York that you were going to sit down with a real estate agent that was going to tell you she was sweet and edible. And he goes, you'd be right. That was not on my bingo card. I said, my goal is to arrive unknown and leave unforgettable. And he goes, you have accomplished that. So the next time you see old Leo, you tell him that you talked to Glennda.
You know what? I absolutely love this story. It reminds me of the first time that I met you, or the first time we had dinner together and we sat next to each other. I'm not going to talk about the details of that conversation, but what I do remember is the laughter at our table, and all the other tables are looking at like, what's going on over there? We were just in stitches. We were rolling for hours at that table. And so I didn't know you, and I didn't know other people at that table, but they left unforgettable in my mind. So I love that story, Glennda. Let's go to Jess Bling, and then we'll go to Deep Bledsoe. We'll start to bring this conversation full circle. Let's go, Jess. You're muted, Boomer. Let's go.
There we go. Sorry, I'm like, I do have touchscreen. I could just do that. Oh my God. Can I just fucking say, listen, you probably hear this all the time. I fucking love you. And representation really matters, because hearing you, and you know this, but hearing you use profanity and then saying that you want to go places where no one knows you and then you want to leave unforgettable. My ADHD, always constant foot and mouth, and people laugh at it, but then I'm like kicking myself in the ass because I'm like, damn, why would you say that? And then I have moments where I'm like, who cares? If people get pissed off, they're not your people. Anyway, sorry, I digress. I have two things. I'm trying to find a catchphrase for bling because I love everything sparkling. If you can't tell, I have an out of this world personality. Um, and then the other thing is, besides social media helping you build your business, how has it changed your life?
Oh, my stars and stripes. So probably um the the one other thing that I have done um really well is gifting, and really surprise and delight. And that is, I have a suite of gifts, and those are baby blankets, cupcakes, picture frames, and then I do these etched wine bottles. And I get the picture frames from either Z Gallery or Hobby Lobby. If they're not on sale this week, they will be next week. The baby blankets I get from TJ Maxx. And so anytime that there's a birthday, somebody gets cupcakes. Anytime that somebody graduates from kindergarten, gets a job promotion, graduates from high school, graduates from college, they get cupcakes. If you are not implementing into your farm, I don't know if where you live, they have the little signs that says a graduate of Walton High School, 2025 graduate of Walton High School. Those people are just about to sell their house because they're going to downsize because their last kid is graduated from high school. If you're not congratulating Timmy from graduating from high school, you're missing an opportunity. But what I do is I do these baby blankets. Somebody has a baby, we have it monogrammed with their name. That is probably the other thing that I have done that has really moved me in from service provider into relationship with people and with my clients. And picture frames. Nobody prints photos anymore. You've got 65,000 photos on your phone. None of them are printed. And because bling is your thing, Hobby Lobby had, just go to Hobby Lobby and search sparkle frame or glitter frame, and you can come up with. There's a red one that I absolutely love that we use for our Christmas, our sweets with Santa. But take a picture that somebody posted on social media, print it, and take it to them. Because where are they going to put it in their house? On their mantle, somewhere significant. Every time they look at it, number one, it's going to take them back to a very special moment. But number two, it's always going to remind them that you took the time to print it for them and frame it. So print it and frame it. And so, and I always say the same thing. Elias, I saw you post this picture of you and your beautiful family at Disney. And I got to tell you, every time you look at it, I want it to take you back to that one moment in time, because life should be stitched together with moments of a lifetime.
Okay,
Okay.
Hallmark.
And literally every single time that Elias looks at that photo, he's going to think about that moment in time. And then when he takes that photo out and he thinks about replacing it, on the back of the photo, I actually take the date that he posted it on Facebook, 2/5/25 from Disney. Looks like you guys had a wonderful time. Feel my hugs, Glennda. If you are not taking time to love on your people, you are missing an incredible opportunity to move from service provider into relationship.
Service provider to relationship.
Did that address and answer your question, Jess?
It did not, but this is a great way.
What do you
build
mean it didn't? That was the second
No.
part of your question. The first
No,
part
no,
of your
no.
question was an alliteration that goes with bling. I am good, but I'm not a damn advertising agency. But I will think about it, Jess.
No, I'm so thankful for that. That's not
But
what
what
I'm
was the
saying
first
at all.
part that I didn't answer?
No, the second question was, how has the social media building your business changed your life? So you
Oh,
get marketing, and I appreciate that. 'Cause I
okay.
wrote it
Sorry.
down.
Maybe I didn't understand the question, but I hope
I'm
somebody
being
got a lot of
article.
information out there. That was really a good tip. So no charge for that one. How has social media changed my life?
Yeah.
Well, it's like I go places and people recognize me. And probably the thing that was really the coolest thing ever was when like Dwight Howard started following me, or Jaylen Brown liked my video, or I mean, it's really kind of strange, like, because like I'm like starstruck, like I'll see somebody and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'll be like in the floor, because like here around Atlanta, there's like celebrities everywhere, because like a lot of people in the music industry, a lot of people in the, film industry. And when somebody's like, oh, wait a minute, you're Glennda Baker. And I'm like, yeah, I am Glennda Baker. Do you know who you are? I mean, it's cool. But how has it changed my life? Like I took all of the money from year 1 and year 2. So I just took all the money that I made from social media and I put it into a separate account. So not buyers and sellers, but collaborations and speaking and classes. And I put it into an account and it paid for a swimming pool.
Oh my God.
And
I
so,
love that.
And so, because it was like play money, because I didn't expect to earn it. So how has it changed my life? It's changed my life because it's given me business I would have never gotten. It's given me the opportunity to speak at live events. And I believe that live events change lives. And
Yes.
the agent to agent referral business that I have, my agent to agent referral is now about 31% of my business. And it's from agents that don't know me from Adam's House Cat, like you guys, that either saw me on a podcast or in a Zoom call or at a live event or watch my videos. So that's it. And I'm sorry that I didn't answer your question. I don't know how I thought you said, what was the other thing besides social media that's changed your life? But
no, girl, you did not owe me an apology.
that was a bonus round.
Yeah, I think her cup is full, but I want to pause for a quick second. I want to make sure to respect everybody's time today, but from the bottom of my heart, I just want to say thank you for your time, because I know your time is valuable and everyone on this call's time is valuable. But I do want to say this. If you found that this session was helpful, you took some insights away from it, and you want to be a part of this group moving forward, Judith, if you can, please put our sign-up sheet down below. That way I can get you guys on our newsletter and can invite you to future sessions. So check out that down below. And I'm going to throw this out there to you, Glennda, as somebody that I look up to and admire. If you ever need somebody, a speaker, somebody to be on your podcast, somebody to rap with you on a, back and forth live, you let me know. I'm your guy. I would love to do that because we've done it before. I think we had really good energy. Let's do it again. Before we head out, I'm gonna get one closing takeaway. Lindsay Stevens, my friend from the East Coast, one key takeaway from our time together as we close.
Well, I took about 3 pages of notes, and I think, I think the world needs more Glennda Bakers, right? The world needs more real, honest, relatable people that are willing to just put themselves out there and be authentically who you are. And I've loved following you, and I think the rest of us can probably say the same thing. You're just, you're an icon in the real estate space. And I thank you for your time and your energy here today. And I think if everybody can leave this screen and implement something, anything in their business, I think that'll be a gift.
Yeah, 100%. Lindsay, if you guys want the replay to this, by the end of the day, it will be up on YouTube. You will see that down below. Please grab that link. That way you can reference this in the future. So I want to say thank you to everybody that made this call what it is. Huge thanks. Sending you love, light, and positive energy, Glennda. And as always, keep it moving toward your dreams, goals, and vision, and have yourself an amazing day. Peace.